Stunning 5 reasons why your husband is a mama's boy. Hi, friends. Welcome to Marriage Realities, a comprehensive relationship channel. Today's video is all about the reasons why your husband remains a mama's boy even after marrying you. You often wonder why your husband behaves like a small kid with his mother. And the clinging behavior of your husband towards his mother irritates you no end. Being married to a mama's boy is not an easy joke. Because when your husband is a mama's boy, you find your mother-in-law all around your life. You often play a secondary role in your husband's life while his mother plays the primary role. The way your mother-in-law dominates your husband makes you all keyed up. When your husband is a mama's boy, your mother-in-law remains the deciding factor in his life even after his marriage. Something which you feel you cannot digest. The schoolboy attitude of your mama's boy husband creates many relationship issues between you. You want to be the top priority in your husband's life and not your mother-in-law. Naturally, you feel resentful against your mother-in-law for having such a hold over your husband. You drive yourself nuts not knowing the reasons why your husband is still a mama's boy. Well, this video will be highlighting the stunning reasons why your husband remains a mama's boy. The number one reason why your husband remains a mama's boy is because of his love for her. You might contend that though all men love their mothers, they do not behave schoolboyish like your husband does, as though he was a school-going kid. While other men understand that the life changes after the marriage, your husband does not. Other men understand that they are duty-bound and responsible towards the woman they marry. This is not the case with your husband. Your husband does not change after marrying you. He still remains a mama's boy. What could be the reason behind the unchanged attitude of your husband? Most often, your husband becomes a mama's boy because he had been an unhappy witness to the sufferings of his mother. The childhood days of your husband might have been traumatic and distressing. Your husband might have lived in poverty, and his mother might have worked herself threadbare to make your husband go up the ladder of success. Your mother-in-law might have made many more sacrifices to bring up your husband. She might have deprived herself many things to provide the best for your husband. As your husband grows up, watching the hardships his mother undergoes to bring him up, he becomes attached to her. This is the reason your husband cannot think apart from his mother even after his marriage. The number two reason why your husband remains a mama's boy is because of his fear for his mother. Fear is yet another reason why your husband remains a mama's boy even after marrying you. Your mother-in-law might have been a very strict parent during the childhood days of your husband. And when your husband grows up under the disciplinary upbringing of his mother, she also sows the seed of fear in him. Your mother-in-law might have abused your husband with harsh words when he was a small kid. Your mother-in-law might have physically punished your husband for the childish wrongs done by him. So, your husband grows up feeling terrified of his mother. And as your husband grows, his fear for his mother grows along with it. And even after he has married you, he still fears his mother. The words of his mother remain a law to your husband even after his marriage. Though your husband knows that he is married, he feels it impossible to overlook his mother. Your mama's boy husband makes you all the more enraged when he recites whatever happens between you to his mother. The number three reason why your husband remains a mama's boy is because he feels he is duty bound to his mother. Many a time your husband does not know the limits of his duty towards his mother. Your husband still feels emotional when he thinks of the hardships his mother underwent in bringing him up. So your husband feels that it is his duty to look after his mother. What your husband feels is true. He should indeed be dedicated to his mother. Where your husband goes wrong is when he does not know the boundary line in being dutiful towards his mother. He wrongly feels that being dedicated and dutiful towards his mother means remaining a kid's son to her. And your husband also wrongly presumes that being dutiful towards his mother meant giving her priority over you. Your husband remains grateful and loving towards his mother. This is the reason that he would never allow even you to come between him and his mother. The number four reason why your husband remains a mama's boy is because his mother would not let him go. Your husband loves and adores his mother. It is only natural. But Things take a turn for the worse when your mother-in-law wants a son to be in a hole forever. So she emotionally blackmails your husband. Your mother-in-law tightens a hold over her son by making her husband feel that his mother has no one except him as a support. The emotional blackmail of your mother-in-law makes your husband totter in ultimate dilemma. Your husband wants his mother to feel loved and cared by him. He wants his mother to understand that he will always support her. And so your husband still places her above you to make her feel that your presence in his life will in no way lessen her importance in his life. The number 5 shocking reason why your husband remains a mama's boy is you. Are you taken aback? Yes. Many a time your husband remains a mama's boy because of you. When you dominate and boss over your husband, he is very unhappy just living with you. When you constantly argue with your husband, he feels apprehensive to even interact with you. When your husband is unhappy with you, he seeks emotional support from his mother. When your mother-in-law more than willingly gives her support to your husband, he feels emotionally protected by his mother. When you nag your husband threadbare, he leans to his mother to share his feelings with. When your husband clings to his mother even after marrying you, you must understand one simple thing. As a man, your husband is practical, selfish, and rather calculative. He will never let go his comfort for anything. When his mother gives him the comfort which you do not give him, he will forever remain a mama's boy. But when you make the life of your husband pleasurable and enjoyable, he will definitely turn towards you. Your husband might remain faithful to his mother, but when you're reasonable and friendly, he knows that his life is with you and that he must have a borderline in his relationship with his mother, so that there's no clash between you and his mother. Your husband is that calculative as far as making his comfort level undisturbed. Did this video make you understand the astonishing reasons why your husband remains a mama's boy? Marriage Realities will have many such relationship eye-openers. Subscribe to my channel to understand your marriage in a new light. Press the bell icon for updates about my latest relationship videos. Make love forever until death do us part your relationship goal.